Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Today, we're looking at a stock that I looked at previously in January, and since then, this stock has ridden up by about 60% since I talked about it, but then has actually come back down to earth and is about the same level as when I talked about it. And this was around January 15th, and it was like $31 stock then. Again, it went to $50 and now it's back down to around the same level, $30.75. And I think this is a pretty compelling stock. And based on positive news, this stock is following. Okay, so full year 2020 results were released yesterday. And I mean, for no reason, maybe because of the inflation fiasco, people are fearing inflation, and tech stocks tend to be hit the hardest when this occurs. This stock is taking a beating. Okay, so right now it's at $30, and I'm going to tell you right now, my price target for entering this play is $25. I think anything below $25 is a really good point of entry, especially with the new information and with their guidance and revenue beat. Okay, so again, I think we might be able to see these levels, especially with the MACD. As we can see right now, it's below the signal and will probably continue to downtrend. And whenever we see a downward facing curve, this tends to mean a bearish signal in the MACD, even though the MACD is still above the zero line. And even again, when this happened previously here in February, this curving downward line generally meant that there was a decrease in the stock price. So look towards that, unless there's some news that totally changes the MACD and technicals get thrown out the window. Okay, so I really like this company. Again, under 25, I really like it. But again, be careful with these SPAC plays. They can be very risky and very volatile, as can be seen here. And we'll also talk about Lucid and some of the news concerning Lucid. Okay, but first, of course, let's look at their full year results. So STEM revenue more than doubles in 2020. That's what they're saying. 10% above their outlook provided at merger announcement, and their guidance unchanged, which is like 96% year-over-year revenue growth, which is crazy. And 4x annual revenue increase in 2021, fully covered by contracted backlog. So they have a lot of backlog contracts, and they're really taking advantage of the revenue from there. Okay, so again, this company is a global leader in the AI-driven clean energy storage services. And again, they reported yesterday, so March 15th, their full year results. And so their forecast, if we look here, we're going to go for that for a second. Their forecast for 2020 was 145 million. So that 10% bump means that they did around 100 and close to 160 million in revenue. Okay, so that's pretty damn good. And look at this here. So the company's estimated material growth in the years ahead. Revenue for its 2020 fiscal year is estimated at 33 million. This is then forecasted to grow at a 96% compounded annual growth rate to 944 million in fiscal 2025. Okay, sorry, so 33 million was what they actually did in revenue, whereas bookings were 145 million in revenue. Okay, so that's very incredible, and that means that they did around like 36.3 million in revenue, which is a 10% beat. Okay, so 96% compounded annual growth rate is amazing. Okay, that's just stunning, and this is why this company is valued. It was a $10 SPAC stock, now it's a $30 SPAC stock. Okay, so if we can see here, when you're talking about the smart energy battery storage, STEM is actually the leading provider in California. So it leads the commercial installations, and STEM is the number one at 26,991, and it's ahead of something like Aero Energy and even Tesla at 4,938 kilowatt hours. Okay, so that's 51.5% of the total commercial installations just in the state of California, and of course they're looking to expand. So I am excited what this company is doing, and I do think that I mean, for the short term, I like it when it's $25, and I will be patiently waiting until it dips below that, hopefully. Okay, you never know what happens, but if it does dip below that, I will be buying in. Okay, and also, there's a lot of hype surrounding this stock. So, for example, Citron Research, which is usually a short seller, actually gave this stock a $100 price target. Okay, which is pretty nice, and it's actually saying that StartPeak or STEM, which is the company that they're merging with, is the most compelling and real ESG story on the market. Okay, and if you look through their investor presentations, this stock is trading richly. Okay, so we're just going to do some simple calculations. So StartPeak public shareholder, I'll zoom in so you can see that, will have 28.3% of the actual company, the STEM company. Okay, so if we divide their current market cap, which is, if we go to summary, 1.48 billion, and we divide that by the amount of ownership that Star Peak Energy shareholders will have, which is 28.3%, we get a current a post merger filing of $5.3 billion. So right now, investors are valuing this company at $5.3 billion, which again, I think is a little steep for my liking, considering that they just did like 33 million in revenue for 2020. But again, it's the compounded annual growth rate of 96% that is really interesting to investors. So I like this at a bit of a cheaper multiple, and I would say, $20 to $25 is a pretty good price point to get into the stock, and I hope it reaches since then. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So the next stock is CCIV. And actually, Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid, of which, of course, CCIV is reverse merging, just went on Jim Cramer's Mad Money. And I mean, initially the stock went up after hours, but then actually went down. And I think the reason why is because Jim Cramer and Peter Rawlinson didn't necessarily say anything new. Okay, I mean, the main thing is they didn't even touch on the vertically integrated autonomous driving aspect of Lucid Motors, which is quite exciting. Okay, they said that, of course, the range of the Dream Edition is competing with, of course, the Tesla. I mean, Jim Cramer said that it could be the next Tesla. Whereas, I mean, I don't think that's quite accurate, but there was nothing new that was said there. Okay, maybe the breadcrumbs that they gave were just like that. The Lucid Dream Edition was nearly sold out. That was basically it. Okay. And also, Jim Cramer said that he likes it at these levels. So nothing really was new was said, and this could be a classic example of buy the hype, sell the news. Okay, so if we're looking at the 6-month trend here, I mean, I bought in this stock at around $18. I sold it at a 200% gain at around $56. And I mean, it came back down to earth. And I actually bought this stock at around $22. And now I'm sitting at a nice 38% gain, as can be seen here. So again, I was able to get a 200% gain, sell the stock, and then actually buy back in again. And now I'm more or less holding for the long term. So of course, my average cost basis was $22.57, and again, sitting at a decent 38% gain. And again, since it's such a risky and volatile play, I didn't want to put in too much money. So I mean, the book cost was $451, which is not a lot of money to be playing with. However, again, I mean, with such a volatile stock, it can swing up and down very rapidly. So, I mean, if this reaches maybe, like around 50 to 60%, I might consider selling and hoping for another pullback. And this, of course, buy the lows, sell the highs, and then repeat, rinse and repeat. Okay, that's the name of the game. And if you want to follow my buy and sell orders, you can actually check me out on Vinny, which there's a link down below, and I talk about stocks, of course, and I talk about my buy and sell orders for the tier 1, and you also have Discord access, but that, of course, that's up to you. So, I do like Star Peak and Lucid as stocks. I mean, I would like Star Peak to get down to $25, and I mean, if CCIV comes down to $20, I'll probably add some shares, and if it goes to like $30 or $40 in the near term future, I might sell and hopefully wait for a pull back to, I don't know, like $25, and I'll buy in again. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think about these two companies. I truly do believe in these companies, and I like the CEOs of both. Again, I would appreciate a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. I love you all. Have a fantastic night, everyone.